Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
The system that brought us all of that precipitation over the course of the past 3 days currently racing off to our northeast, leaving us with nothing but dry weather across the area this Wednesday morning. Temperatures falling down to 44 degrees in Hastings. We're at 47 here in Lansing. Most temperatures off to our east still sitting in the mid to low 50s, including places like Ann Arbor and over in Howell. Temperatures today will be topping out above average, highs rising into the low 70s thanks to the amount of sunshine that we have in the forecast. We are still going to be incredibly sunny tomorrow, but temperatures are going to take a tumble. We'll have more details coming up in just a little bit. 6 News This Morning continues.
WLNS is here for you, celebrating 75 years of bringing you the news with 6 News This Morning.
Good morning, Mid-Michigan. It's Wednesday, May 7th. I'm Jorma Duran.
And I'm Megan Vaselli. Thanks for waking up with us today.
6 News is here for you now with the 6 things to know about as you start your day.
6 News is your local election headquarters, and this morning the results are in. Starting with Eaton County, voters once again said no to a public safety millage.
Major cuts were happening no matter if the millage passed or not, but this latest decision by Eaton County voters means the future of law enforcement and animal control there looks bleak.
Yeah, 57% of voters denied a 2 mil tax for 10 years to help fund the prosecutor's office and the sheriff's office, which includes animal control. The Eaton County Sheriff says now he'll have to lay off deputies, which will lead to a drastic reduction in road patrol and oversight within the community. And the county prosecutor says because of that, his office also will see some cuts being made. We have new developments this morning in the murder trial of a former Grand Rapids police officer. There we go. We have new developments this morning in the murder trial of a former Grand Rapids police officer. The jury now says after fewer than 2 days of deliberating, it can't reach a verdict. Christopher Schur is charged with second-degree murder related to the 2022 shooting death of Patrick Lyoya when a traffic stop turned into a deadly struggle. The jury got the case Monday and told the judge yesterday they're deadlocked. However, the judge told them to keep deliberating. Meanwhile, Schur's attorneys asked for a mistrial, but the judge denied it. The Real ID Act is 20 years old, and today it finally takes effect.
Yeah, this means that airport travelers will need to have a Real ID in place rather than their prior license in order to pass through TSA checkpoints.
However, there are additional forms of ID for anyone who hasn't updated their ID just yet. 6 News Morning reporter Zoe Hewitt joins us now live at Lansing's airport with the details.
Good morning, Zoe.
Good morning. I am at the Capital Region Airport. You can see the TSA pre-check sign behind me. And if I keep going over here, you can see TSA pre-check. Now, I've got to say there's not really much happening over there right now because there aren't any flights taking off. I did speak earlier to the TSA manager who told me for the 2 flights that have left already this morning, there haven't been any problems at all with travelers not having their Real ID or other identification papers. That's because you can travel with a variety of different items all listed on the TSA website. Over the 20 years since the Real ID Act went into effect, TSA has also been rolling out different technology to help them do their jobs. Travelers may have already seen credential authentication technology at security checkpoints. It's the tech that allows passengers to forego showing their boarding passes in favor of government IDs that the machines automatically assess for identity confirmation and travel confirmation. While agents are trained in case the machines go down, there is not a consistent format for either licenses or Real ID symbols. Michigan, for instance, is one of a handful of states that has an outline of our mitten in the top corner with a cutout star delineating the Real ID designation. Some airports, like Detroit's DTW, have real-time photo capabilities as well. Regional spokesperson for the TSA, Jessica Maley, hopes travelers realize the benefits of the process. Here's what she has to say.
I hope it gives passengers confidence that this is really about verifying, keeping people safe, because we want to know who's coming through that checkpoint and making sure the person on the ID is the person standing there.
Another element that travelers should be aware of is that even if they do have TSA PreCheck, they are still required to have their real ID or some other acceptable form of identification. It doesn't preclude that need. Here for you at the Capital Region Airport, I'm Zoe Hewitt, live with 6 News This Morning.
Zoe, thank you for that live report. The conclave starts today to choose the next pope who will lead the world's estimated 1.4 billion Catholics.
Many are showing hope that the new pontiff will carry out the legacy of Pope Francis.
Tina Kraus has a closer look from the Vatican.
Sunrise at St. Peter's Square, ushering in the dawn of the conclave to choose the new pope.
I'm not religious at all, but I would say that it's still quite a historic moment.
The 133 cardinals who will make that decision attended a final mass this morning before they'll be sequestered with cell phone service cut. In this room in the Sistine Chapel, the so-called princes of the church will cast their ballots until they reach a 2/3 consensus. Papal robes in 3 sizes hang in the nearby crying room. Outside, a temporary chimney is in place where crowds will eagerly watch for signals. Black smoke meaning no pope has been chosen, or white smoke indicating a new pope has been elected.
Ahead of the conclave, several cardinals have said they believe the field is wide open as to who the next pope will be. The vast majority of them were appointed by Pope Francis.
That's a key detail, as a new CBS News poll shows 42% of U.S. Catholics hope the next pontiff will carry out Pope Francis's teachings. Big shoes to fill as anticipation builds. Tina Kraus, CBS News, the Vatican.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather on the Sixes, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Even though we have a few patches of dense fog developing across mid-Michigan this morning, still expected to be a lovely day. We are already starting to see a really nice sunrise across the area. You can see that in the background of our Jackson camera, and notice closer to the surface, that's where we have that fog in place. In terms of our current temperatures in Jackson, we're currently sitting at 45 degrees. We're at 47 in Lansing and Mason, still holding on to temperatures in the 50s off to our east in places like Howell and Ann Arbor. In terms of visibility, we're dropping down below or at 0 miles over in Charlotte, Mason, and Howell. We're at a 1/4 mile for our current visibility here in the city of Lansing. Temperatures today will be topping out in the low 70s, and once this fog lifts, we're going to be treated to a lot of sunshine. That is going to remain the case not only for today, not only for tomorrow, but in fact, we have a lot of dry weather and a lot of sunshine in the forecast for the next several days. That is likely going to continue as we move into the weekend as well. So overall, we have very little to worry about outside of the foggy conditions that we have in place this morning. Outdoor activity is going to be completely in the clear for the rest of the work week, especially for the weekend as well. So hopefully this makes up for the past 3 days of rain and just that we had.
It does.
It sure does.
A lot of good days ahead.
Yes,
absolutely. We'll take it. Thanks, Kendall. Coming up in our What's on the Web segment, what a Michigan appeals court decided on the Oxford High School shooter's request for a new sentence.